All right, so this is the reading for those who picked number 17. And I'm just gonna shuffle the cards. And while I'm shuffling the cards, you can just try and channel what message or maybe question you would like to know. Or if there's anything that is kind of ambiguously at the forefront of your mind, hopefully this reading will help guide you into making the decisions that will serve your greater good. Okay, and so we'll do a cut and so for number 17, this is your reading. So the first card that was delivered is the death in reverse. It means that there's going to be a situation or a struggle or a conflict that's going to be coming your way, and this is going to be a pivotal moment in the things that you have been questioning, that is going to kind of be like a turn of events, or it's going to help you arrive at a new level or stage in your life that is going to feel like it's defeating, but just know that that it is intended to happen for you to grow. Don't feel like this is a situation that is going to defeat you. Take a hold of the situation and the things, the negative feelings and also the positive feelings, or maybe the negative feelings, and transmute them into positive feelings, and take as much as you can from this lesson. It's going to be a huge lesson that is going to teach you a lot about yourself and how resilient you are. I do feel like after that struggle, what's going to happen is that you're going to feel more in control of your life. You're going to be able to understand how this particular struggle can only help you become stronger, help you to take hold of your emotions, help you to understand how to be present. And so when you start realizing how a similar situation like this may arise in the future, you'll know how to better deal with it. I am sensing a lot of fire energy, and a lot of like this phoenix rising from the ashes type of energy. The Nine of Wands, so the Nine of Wands is also in reverse, and something that I'm taking from this is, again, taking charge and taking hold of the situation. It is in reverse, so that's maybe a decision that you should be more consciously aware of rather than just allowing it to happen. So in a way, the interpretation of taking charge is that be actively engaging in that action, if that makes sense. Be actively engaging in that action and not just thinking like, oh, well, when the time comes, I'll know when to take action. Well, certain circumstances are meant for you to actually prepare and strategize how to approach the situation. And so rather than being very lax about it, actively pursue a strategy, actively think about how to take action, if that makes any sense. Because right now, I'm kind of feeling like you are someone who just goes with the flow. You're someone who just goes with the flow, and potentially even a water energy, right? I said there's a lot of fire energy. Maybe the fire energy is what is being implicated. and that you are definitely more of like a water type person, but um, maybe the whole reason why all this fire energy is coming up is because you need more fire, you need more passion in the things that you're doing right now. And because you're being so lax and so chill with everything that's going on, that it could potentially backfire. And so, what I'm also getting from the Nine of Wands is that you, in reverse, is that you are being, it's something that you need to do, right? It's also coming your way, this struggle that's um, kind of in your cards, the struggle that's in your cards, it's coming your way, and you should be more proactive about it rather than being nonchalant. It could even be where you're not taking the situation seriously enough, and a lot of people are being hurt by this decision or by your actions. And so when you're actively thinking about how your actions are also hurting people, that can also help you to channel that energy of, okay, I need to start doing and not saying, or not waiting for other people to do it. The fire energy is definitely feeling like you need to put that flame under your butt. That's what I'm also getting. And right here is the Queen of Wands. It could even be where you're going to find how to channel that fire energy through someone who's very close, maybe even a maternal figure. It doesn't have to be your mother. It could just be someone who is just a very like alpha female, someone who is has really strong leadership skills, that is going to guide you into that direction of, okay, yeah, I really need to do this. Maybe even your lack of being very passionate or proactive about a situation is because you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You're kind of just like, okay, when things happen, things happen. And you've become very comfortable with that. Hence, like, the cards are also revealing, like, hey, if you know that this situation is coming up, or if this is in your cards, these are signs that you should start planning. You should start planning for this, taking charge, taking hold of your life, and not allowing other people to control it. Control it in the sense where, like, you just leave it to them too, right? Because you've been so comfortable with people controlling how you do things, that you have just fallen into this programming of being comfortable where you are. And even though you're not happy with the decisions of what other people make, you just fall back on that. And that is not healthy for you. It's not really healthy for you. And the more and more I think about your cards, and the more I'm channeling your cards, I'm getting a strong feeling that you are very water. You are very water element. Doesn't necessarily mean that your horoscope is water. There's also a lot of spiritual belief that our energy, or our bodies, are more water, more fire, more earth, more air. And so I am sensing a lot of water energy. So this idea of like being more of one element than the other, I believe it's like an Ayurvedic practice. So that's something that you may want to look up to help you in this current situation. Maybe even going back into like your diet. If you eat more items that are considered fire, maybe you should be eating, or if you eat more items that are water, maybe you should be eating more things that are fire. And so I'm getting the sense that there needs to be a lot more like fire, either in your diet or in your in how you're proactively engaging in the decision making that is going to help others. And the Five of Cups. The Five is in the middle in terms of the suit, right? We have the Ace to the 10 of Cups. And the 5 is in the middle of that. It means you're at the middle of this journey, and Again, you're too comfortable, so you've become like stagnant or sitting water. And we all know what happens to sitting water. It gets bad. We can't even drink from sitting water. What's preferred is that we drink water from natural resources, or what is okay to drink is that you drink water from flowing sources, right? Water that is constantly moving rather than water that is sitting. And so the Five of Cups is kind of signifying that you are also at a point where your energy is very stagnant, hence like the fire. If there's no air or no earth or no movement that's going to move you, well, you're going to have to channel that fire energy. And we know what happens to water when we boil it. Water evaporates, water turns into vapors. And um, so for you, you have to be more proactive, more actively engaging in the things that you are going to be doing in the next few months, to help you get out of this funk, this stagnant funk. And you're seeing it as, how you're feeling it. You're feeling this stagnancy, either again in your diet, or just kind of how you're unhappy with your weight, or even the things that you're eating. You've been in a situation before too where you've eaten things that are very helpful for you, very healthy for you, and you are aware of how it just changes your attitude. But when you get into this mood of eating things that aren't great for you, you also feel it. And so for you, it's very easy for you to also be comfortable in this, way of thinking of like, well, I've been this way my whole life. I don't know why I should change. And every time I change my diet, it always, I always fall back on it anyways. I always fall back on my unhealthy habits anyways. Well, the whole point about a journey is that you're not always on this one-way track of healthy, 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 healthy. A journey is about making mistakes, understanding those mistakes, to know more about yourself in order to move forward, right? I like to use an analogy of like an algorithm where you have to you go forward, but you have to go backward in order to move forward, if that makes sense, right? And that's what life is about. You're meant to make mistakes. You're meant to make mistakes to learn from them, and to know how to better handle situations in the future. Every mistake that you've made has also helped you to make better decisions, if you want to put it that way. And so, for those who picked number 17, this is all that I have for you. I wish you good luck on your journey, and I hope this resonated with you. Feel free to leave a comment down below if I open the comment section, although I really don't need confirmation. These are really just all readings that are resources for you if you need to hear them. So anyways, I hope this resonated with you. If it did not, that is completely fine. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next reading.